Welcome back to the Weekly What's Up. I'm Tori Nagel.
And I'm Jacob Clore.
And these are your awkward moments.
March is nearly here, which means the season of spring flings and proms will soon be upon us.
That's right, Jacob. And there's nothing I love more than a good old awkward promposal. Did you go to prom, Jacob?
I did go to prom. We actually had two proms, junior prom and a senior prom.
Yeah, I actually ruined my promposal when I was in high school. My senior year, the guy that I was dating, we'd been dating for a while, and I was at my locker, and I just turned around, he was like standing there like holding a guitar, and like prom was like 3 weeks away, and I just immediately blurted out, I was like, "Are you asking me to prom?" And of course this had to happen in front of multiple teachers and tons of people in the hallway, and he was just like, "Tori, can you just let me do this?"
Well, it's funny because I went single my junior year, but then I asked a girl out my senior year, and it was just like a simple like, "You want to go to prom with me?" Sure. That's it. But now they make it so complicated. It's like,
yeah, it's even weird now because it's not just promposals, because they have homecoming, like, proposals, and like spring fling, people make a big deal for it. So now it's just like, no matter what, you gotta go really, really hard if you're gonna ask someone to dance. Now, since I have experience in messing up a promposal firsthand, I really feel for this next girl who completely butchered her own. Check it out.
hey, what's that sign?
That's a shitty way to ask someone to prom. Oh, I'll say it.
Okay.
What? Was that you?
Yeah.
Daniel.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Here's your question.
Sorry, Daniel.
Are you okay? Turned off the video. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. I didn't really want to see, or I didn't want the video to record her bawling her eyes out.
We're going, obviously.
Yeah, she said yes.
Yeah, I said yes. I don't know if you can read that.
This video went viral, I think it was sometime last year, and I didn't realize, I didn't really watch the video because, you know, those kind of viral videos are just kind of, I don't know. Anyway, besides the point, I didn't realize that on the road he wrote, "Will you marry me, JK? Let's go to prom together." So now I can understand why she's a little bit hysterical. I mean, what are they, like 17 or 18 years old? That's a little young to be, you know, proposing in marriage, don't you think?
But like, I get the tears thing,
Yeah.
because like, personally, like, I just felt so awful when I messed up my promposal. I was like, oh my gosh, like, how long did he have to plan this? Like, he had never played guitar before this, so I was just like, oh no, like, it took you all this effort to put this together, and here I am just ruining it in a matter of seconds.
Poor guy. It's okay, sometimes things like that happen. Well, now this next awkward promposal just makes me laugh, because they fail in such a simple way. You know, in some promposals, a guy or girl gets a group of friends to hold up a letter to collectively spell prom. Well, this group of students held them up backwards and spelled morp. What do you think morp means, Tori? Do you think it's some kind of like foreign phrase, or maybe some new slang that the groovy kids are using today, like morp?
I really hope that Morp is like a real thing. It's
Yeah.
like their alternative prom. Like,
Yeah.
all the cool kids are going to Morp. Like, why are you going to prom?
Or it just sounds like something like Yoda would use in Star Wars, like Luke. MORP. It's an acronym that stands for something Star Warsy. I don't know.
Something Star Warsy. Well, like, I don't know. In the moment when I walked out there and I would have seen it misspelled, I think I would have been like, oh, this is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But like in retrospect, like it's pretty funny, and like MORP is a fun word to say, and
Yeah.
it's the thought that counts,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the first guy in this little collage of letters is holding up the question mark, which I find funny because in Spanish you can write, you have the upside down question mark and then the regular question mark. So now it's MORP, a Spanish word. Sorry, I just completely butchered a Spanish accent, but you get the idea.
That's okay. Next up, this promposal is simply painful to watch, but the girl handled it so well.
And our big winner for the evening.
Is it my time?
Yes. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, try to.
So are you like gonna comment? And our big winner, Emily. One final question. Prom?
Really?
Really?
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Charlie, I don't know.
Why not?
Because of Zach. I don't know. Can I get back to you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't know.
It's going.
First of all, rule number one, you never do something like this on TV. Never. Because if the girl doesn't want to go with it, or she says, like, I don't know, then you're just kind of stuck in an awkward situation.
I give her mad props because even though she was kind of in this awkward situation, like I would have felt a lot of pressure to say yes to this guy just because like they were filming and they were obviously surrounded by their other classmates. But she took it in stride. She was just like, you know what? Like I kind of have this other guy in mind, and she handled it with grace, man. It was awkward because she like stayed on camera afterwards. I think I would have just been like, no, thank you, and then walked away.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, like A+ to her because
Yeah.
that's
Takes
a tough
some guts.
situation.
I mean, for somebody like me who's kind of like cringes at awkward moments, she handled that really well. You go, girl. You go. Have a good time with Zach. Well, in my opinion, this next promposal takes things way too far. My personal philosophy on tattoos is they signify something important, and they shouldn't be like too random or meaningless. However, one student decided to get the word prom tattooed on his ribcage. First things first, ow! Horrible spot to get a tattoo. Your ribcage is very sensitive and bony. Second, what is he going to think about that tattoo after he goes to prom, Tori?
This is really awful, but I hope since then they've like broken up. Like I hope that
pretty
he
morbid.
has other girlfriends and like, I don't know, they're like at the beach together or whatever. They're like, what's under your arm? He's like, no, it's nothing. This is,
Or
we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk
Yeah.
about it. And yeah, I just imagine it being very awkward. I really hope it's very weird for all of them.
Well, I'm thinking it's funny because like I said MORP before was an acronym. Maybe he'll be like prom. It's a much deeper acronym. It's like people against repressive, omniscient men. I don't know. That was horrible. But you know.
See, this is why we do awkward moments, because we're the awkward ones.
Yeah.
I wrote a promposal, like, Jake is just being Jake. I think that's all we have for this week for awkward moments.
But stay tuned because when we come back, we will have Rachel Anderson and Mary Desmond with Girls vs. Food.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
To Maddie, congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow. I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to the Weekly What's Up. I'm Mary Desmond.
And I'm Rachel Anderson.
And
this is Girls vs. Food.
We've been on quite a journey these past few weeks trying to find interesting recipes for you all to try.
The recipe we found is so easy. You have no excuse not to make it, and it's literally only 2 ingredients.
Literally only 2 ingredients. You heard us right. And it takes a total of about 10 minutes to make. So watch and see the simplicity ensue. And, yeah, no, let me redo that.
5, 4, 3, 2.
That's right, only 2 ingredients. You heard us right. And it takes a total of about only 10 minutes to make, which is awesome. So watch our video and see the simplicity and oddity ensue.
Scrambled eggs. Oh my baby, how I love your legs. Not as much as I love scrambled eggs. Oh, we should eat some scrambled eggs. Oh my baby, how I love your legs. Not as much as I love scrambled eggs. Oh, let's go get some scrambled eggs.
So yeah, how easy was that? And Mary even had these ingredients in her fridge already, just waiting to be used in this recipe. And what college kid doesn't have 2 eggs and some jelly just sitting in their fridge? Like honestly, like peanut butter and jelly is like an everyday thing for me, and eggs are just, you know, quality protein.
You're almost always going to have at least 2 eggs in your fridge and some jelly. You know, it's just good. So here we have the scrambled eggs with us. And the jelly, and they've kind of been like marinating all day. So we're now going to taste it and tell you how it is. I'm going to be honest, it smells like awful sulfur in here. It smells really bad. So
honestly, I like jelly with certain things, and I like eggs by themselves.
Okay,
but, like,
I'm like looking at it right now. It looks like kind of like dumplings, like chicken dumplings.
It looks like Chinese chicken. You know, like how it's all kind of wrinkly and like not like normal chicken. That's what I'm not eating that big of a piece. That's brave.
Cut this down for, like. When I was making
also,
it...
this is cold, so that's a little...
Yeah, when we were making it, it looked delicious. Like, fresh off the griddle, yummy yellow eggs. Like, really good. And then with a little bit of strawberry jelly on it, like, it just looked decadent. But this has kind of been sitting in for a while, so...
I feel like it's going to be, like, sweet eggs. I don't know how I feel about that.
We will see how this goes. Are you ready, bud?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ew. Cold eggs, first of all. It's just like spongy. All I can taste is the jelly, and I really don't like jelly that much. It's not very good.
It's definitely spongy and cold, and yeah, this would be a lot better if it was warm. Obviously, if you try it, it'll be warm and yummy and delicious and like juicy.
Maybe.
I think you're just biased against it.
I'm against it.
You're not a fan. It's a hard no from Rachel.
Like, I've heard of people putting ketchup and like hot sauce on their eggs, and that kind of makes sense. Like, I get that, but the sweet like jelly, especially on cold, kind of old eggs, like it's like a little weird. I don't like it.
I feel like I'm just gonna stick with my argument that if these were fresh, it would be a lot better. I think it would be delicious. I think it would be so much better.
I wish you could
like
see
sometimes
it.
When you get, you know, you're having your pancakes or your French toast with some syrup and bacon and eggs, and like some of the syrup leaks into your eggs. And
oh,
it's
that's
delicious.
true.
It's
that's
good.
True.
So like that would be good if the eggs weren't cold and soggy like these are.
Yeah, I'm just against this one.
Yeah, no, I think you should try it, guys. I think for sure try it.
Okay, yeah, if you're feeling rebellious,
test it out, you know, like if you're feeling
not?
adventurous one day, maybe you've had a few drinks or something, I don't know. Just have fun.
That's
okay?
true. That could be a good incentive.
Just, you know, be creative. Okay? Well, that sums up this week's episode of Girls vs. Food. When we come back, we will have another fun and crazy concoction for you to try. So long, friends.
Bye.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to the weekly What's Up. I'm Alec Holcomb.
And I'm Jacob Clore,
and these are your viral videos.
My first set of vines depicts a rather interesting individual who is obsessed with finding his berries. That is really all the explanation you need to know before watching this.
Oh my god, guys, found my berries. I'm just kidding. I don't know where they are. Oh my god, I think I found my berries. Oh, not my berries. Oh my god, I still haven't found my berries. But I found these. Oh my god. Where are my berries?
I've seen this guy before on Vine. I didn't think he got a cult following though. To be very honest with you, I don't know.
I find it really funny because it's the most random thing in the world, and not only that, it's kind of crazy, it's kind of kooky.
He's making a weird face the whole time.
Oh my god!
And the voice.
Oh my god!
Jacob, you could definitely impersonate him. Like, if you
I could do a pretty good Mickey Mouse impersonation too.
I kind of want to hear. Alright, hold on, let me hear it real quick.
Oh boy!
And that's it. Alright. So, we all know that the Academy Awards happened last night. And we were all rooting for our boy Leonardo DiCaprio. They finally get the Oscar. And I feel that it's appropriate, because nothing really funny happened during the Oscars, that instead we show some reaction videos. And this one's by far the greatest.
And the Oscar goes to Leonardo.
I think it's hilarious because the Oscars are very poised and they're very formal, and then you see these reaction videos that are not.
No, definitely. So at first I thought it was very real, and then they lit the bear on fire, and the guy was ripping his shirt off, and they were doing the Titanic at the back of the video. So yeah, no, it was definitely recorded, but I appreciate the effort that went into it, because exaggerated stuff is always the best stuff, really.
I just think it's funny how people, this whole Leo get the Oscar thing really ramped people up. They were just like, oh yeah, we want to be a part of this trend, and then, you know, all this ensues.
And, but the thing is, the only problem that I had with Leo not getting an Oscar, or actually getting the Oscar, is he didn't recognize the bear. And I was very upset.
The bear really helped, okay?
The bear? Okay, they actually put a bear in the audience. Why? I was expecting at that point for him to get like mauled, or the bear to actually come on stage with him.
Let me finish. I thought you had a great performance, but really, Matt Damon was the best of The Martian. Boom.
Okay. Alright. No, I guess, no. Okay. Alright. Cool. Well, that's all for viral videos we have this week.
But stay tuned, because when we come back, we will have Kevin Stefani and Zaid Farah with TTG and the Basilisk.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
That's slow, that's slow. That's slow. Look, he's blushing.
Welcome back to the weekly What's Up. I'm Kevin Stefani.
I'm Zaid Farah, and you're watching TTG and the Basilisk.
Alright, Zaid, why don't you get us started off with some decent Drew? What do you got?
Janina Poff, a Roanoke McDonald's manager, has won the Ray Kroc Award, an in-house employee award given only to the top-performing managers of the entire global McDonald's corporation.
Very prestigious.
Yeah, right? Miss Poff was one of 340 standing managers for the award. Miss Poff, who has worked for McDonald's for almost 2 decades, was overjoyed when she heard that she had won. Aside from the trophy and the $2,500 prize, she will be flown to celebrate a ceremonial gala in Orlando, Florida. I now know where I'm going to stop for a bite on my spring break drive home. Hopefully this means they'll put real meat in the burgers this time. Congratulations, Janina, on showing the world who's better, those of the NRV. Although 25,000 really isn't that much, is it?
Wasn't it 2,500?
2,500, sorry.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was thinking 25,000 when I first read it.
25,000 would be a great paycheck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it really would.
we
It'd be
joke
like
about
a
that.
bonus. I mean, it's the world. McDonald's is such a rich corporation too.
Yeah, right? I mean, we have a lot of funds to give out. But we joke about that. I bet that award's actually really hard to win, given how many
340 managers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Kevin, your turn.
As we know, this past Sunday was the Oscars, and the spotlight inevitably shone again on young Leonardo DiCaprio, who was the blunt of many never won an Oscar jokes, despite an illustrious career and many great movies, such as What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Great movie.
The what? The Eating Gilbert?
No, his movie, What's Eating Gilbert Grape? You've never seen that movie?
What's Eating Gilbert
that
Grape?
streak is finally over, as Leonardo DiCaprio
How's
has
that
won an
title?
Oscar for Best Male Actor for his role in The Revenant. This week's Decent Drew goes to the voters, who finally gave him his just desserts. Do you think he deserved his date?
Honestly, I haven't seen the movie. Is it a good movie? Like, they shouldn't just give it to him because, you know,
That's
he
true.
lacks them.
You know, I have not seen the movie either yet, but
Didn't seem that great. It seemed like the Grey over again. But actually, if it's an improved version of the Grey, I wouldn't even mind. Then you
Yeah.
could give it to him.
apparently he fought a bear. Which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's not a one-up on the movie.
Yeah, right. He only
And it's
fought-
Liam Neeson, too. so-
Liam Neeson only fought a bunch of wolves, you know.
Yeah.
He fought a bear.
Nice.
And he had a cool beard.
Yeah. He's been going up ever since Django, I think, you know.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
That was fun.
Well, he deserved like an Oscar for at least one of them, right?
Yeah. Wait, who won the Oscar for Django during that year?
I have no idea.
Because Django was an epic.
He kept getting screwed, but he finally got it.
Or something like that. Yeah. You know, Kevin, I need something to fill the void of no Oscar jokes.
You need something to fill that cynical void
Right.
in your very cold
You
heart.
know, the world is this much more without cynicism. Thank God for Chris Rock.
Thank God.
He saved the day.
He saved the day. What do you got?
But could you help him out with some Decently Deficient?
Yeah, certainly could. This week's Decently Deficient is going to have to go to the Don, Donald Trump that is, for probably not the first time. When asked on the news if he would disavow former Ku Klux Klan Grand Wizard David Duke, he refused to do so because he said he didn't know anything about these groups and could not disavow the groups without knowing who they were, as if he didn't know who the Ku Klux Klan was. The news reporter who was asking Trump then clarified that it was the KKK again, after which Trump solidified his statement, saying he really didn't know anything about them. But my co-host Zaydas told me that he has since disavowed with the Ku Klux Klan, so...
Yeah, it's actually right.
Still a decent Drew. Decently deficient. Not decent Drew.
Not decent Drew.
No, definitely not. But still.
So, like, I mean, has he not heard of the Ku Klux Klan then? Up till that point? Was that the point he was making?
Maybe he was just fixated on the thought of a Grand Wizard, like a big Dumbledore.
Dumbledore-esque.
Racist, you know?
Yeah.
That would be interesting, right?
I mean, I'd be hesitant to go one way or the other for a wizard, but I think because it's the Ku Klux Klan.
Right.
It's like,
No, you would think that it's not a good person. And you'd probably be right.
Yeah.
100%.
You didn't watch your Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That was like my first exposure, I think, to KKK.
What was it? Oprah?
Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, I was
The
thinking.
film.
Wait,
It's a great film. You
I've never seen that. Did it have any Grand Wizards?
With what's it? No, not Grand Wizards, but it had
Tiny Wizards.
Georgia. No.
Georgia O'Keeffe.
No, Georgia O'Keeffe. No, he's an
Penguin
American.
Wizards.
He's in Ocean's 11.
Sorry, I'm fixated on Grand Wizards now. I've never seen that.
Anyways, I'll remember.
Alright, well, Zayd, that was pretty decently deficient, but can you scale it up a bit with your basilisk scales?
That's funny. Alright, one indecent British bachelor party will surely remain unforgettable. These so-called stags, as the Brits like to call them, got so drunkenly rowdy on their outbound flight from England to Slovakia that the plane had to make an unscheduled detour to a Berlin airstrip. 6 of the group's dozen were subsequently detained for their Bacchian in-flight revelries, which included indecent exposure to a female crew flight attendant who didn't serve them any more alcohol, as well as fist fighting. These 6 reportedly spent more time on their feet than actually sitting down during the flight. While their partying makes for an epic story, it came at an expensive price. Those detained now face fines of up to $27,300 or whatever, $2,500 1,000 euros, is it? Not including the civil damages that could also follow.
Have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
Remember the scene where they're in the plane and they're partying?
Yes, I do.
This is
And
exactly the
tied
same
down.
thing.
Yes, that's
and
exactly right.
The waitress refused to serve more alcohol, and there was indecent exposure to her.
I was hoping that, yeah, that's one of the reasons I chose this.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's actually
make that connection.
legendary.
Yeah, should have put that up. I put the Hangover, I think.
The
But whatever, it's more relatable.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever. All right, Zaid. Let's see what we have this week in important, unimportant topics.
It's a tough question.
Yeah, no, that's a very tough question. What do you think, Zaid?
I mean, I'm not sure I would rather be, I guess, actually famous because of all the just pure, like, influence, you know, that you would have then.
Right.
And it's a decent, like, it's, you know, you net more in terms of that, even though you live in, like, some of your glass house now, you know?
Right.
Now,
Everyone's always
all your
watching
movements
you.
are watched, but, you know, that'd be nice to have all that influence.
No, yeah. Like,
So many points you could make, right?
Right, no. It's so much better to be famous than it would be Twitter famous. Because being Twitter famous, you're still irrelevant in the grand scheme of things.
Mm.
You just have a lot of followers on Twitter, which is like, who cares? And being famous, you could do a lot more things. Like, you could influence people. You could run for president. You could, although that didn't work out for everyone.
Although the celeb, you know, celeb candidate is on the up, apparently.
That's very true.
So you could very well apparently be now.
If Donald Trump was Twitter famous, he wouldn't even be on
still-
the ballot. People wouldn't care about him.
You think?
I
Because he
know.
was on a reality TV show, and it's like...
Right, but that's different than Twitter famous.
But it's entertainment, ultimately, right?
That's true. I just think being famous is far superior. Even
Right.
though Kanye might prefer to be just Twitter famous, so people wouldn't be always taking pictures of him and stuff.
Yeah, but now he's running for a candidacy, so who knows what he'd rather be
Yeah,
now.
right? He says he hates paparazzi, and now he's going to run for president.
Yeah, nah.
That is the ultimate paparazzi.
Yeah.
I hope he wins.
That's like the only job requiring paparazzi. Really.
But what?
You know, being president requires
No, yeah.
news coverage, whatever, inside
Requires a
information
lot.
to your life, because suddenly you're accountable. So anyways.
Would you vote for him?
Kanye?
Yeah.
Over who?
The rest of the
I think I
population.
know, but
No?
generally no, not no. I mean, I don't know. I
I
haven't
bet
seen
you
him
haven't
try to
even
be serious
researched his
in my life,
policies.
so.
I bet you don't even know
I've seen a
which
video
platform he's going to
of-
run for.
I think independent or something, right? On that note,
I
let's
haven't
end this week's episode.
I don't know. Still voting for him though.
All right, vote for him.
Young Metro trusted. That's all that's important.
Yeah. Does
He does. Or else Future would have shot it.
Have a good week, everyone.
Okay, yeah. Have a good week.
We'll see you next time on TTG and the Basilisk.
I can't put on a loft today. There were those days where you're like, Mike, what do they do?
Yeah.
What? How did they do? How do they do the things?
What are mics?
All right, you guys are good.
Likes is a hard name.
It does look okay, right?
Jake, how dare you? You know what I realized? Every single week I've been wearing gray or black on the show.
This is a good too.
Ready? There was one time, just a little off topic, like I was thinking of your name and I was like, Terry.
Terry.
Mary. Anyway, sorry. That's Jacob's random moment of the day.
All right, you ready, guys? One take wonders.
One take wonder.
One take wonders.
I got a woman named Gina Pop, or no, Gina, God.
Gina.
I wanted to spell it out wrong, but then I was like, I only spelled it slightly wrong. The world's showing you the world views. Can I go back to congratulations? Yeah, sorry.
DiCaprio has won an Oscar for Best Male Actor in his role in The Relevant. We gotta restart that.
Irrelevant.
That was
He's definitely relevant now.
Let's see what we have this week in
Yeah.
They're important. They're not unimportant.